absolutely. Very hard.
Okay. As wild dogs, we've gone through that one. John, a question for you, or possibly I could answer this myself, is that what piece of equipment is the most difficult to maintain at Nkorho Round?
Campbell.
That was my face, John. You took the words out of my mouth. Piece of equipment. Thank you.
Piece of equipment. What do you reckon, The server, we sorted that out. All that.
Probably the link, John.
There's the satellite link.
Well, yeah, probably connectivity. What goes
actually the infrastructure base, which is acceptable because of where we are. That's certainly the biggest. I think everybody will agree. It's not just an IT problem. It's a
no, you're right. If it's not this problem, it's something else. If the globe in the IR goes down, if the camera goes on the blink, or the harness to the cables, or the power's gone down.
Actually, to be really rude, I mean, in a way, the most difficult piece of equipment to handle, actually, are other people's computers. Yeah, because everybody's got different operating systems.
That's a good point.
Different systems and what have you, and everybody's different, and like we're all individuals, right? And and added to that is, the other complication is we've got different languages, we've got different distances, and so that's certainly, I think, it's probably at the end of the day, that's probably the most difficult.
So I think you're right, and I think that's from the viewer's perspective, and I think. It's not the blame is not on the viewer. The problem is that we've just got so many platforms. You've got Microsoft, you've got Windows Explorer 6 and 7, you've got Firefox 6, 1.5 and 2, you've got Linux, you've got the Mac users showing you backlog continuously. So, and I think there is a movement towards a more kind of universal standard.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the technology is like evolving big time, and you've also got competing commercial interests, and it's not just for obviously Africa's platform. I mean, there are thousands of programs that have been run in thousands of ways. When it all converges into the same platform, I don't know. I'm sure every vendor out there who supplies goods and services on the internet would love to see a converged platform. But I've got fair fun day to happen.
I got a post here from Tabs. Hi Tabs.
Hi Tabs.
Tabs was one of our moderators on Africamer and dedicated many hour
one
of the originals, yes, and we thank you for all your support. And on that note is, of course, the moderators. Without them,
the mod squad.
The mod squad.
The mod squad's great.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for sure. Thanks very much.
I mean, really. We just couldn't go without you. I mean, I'm getting a little buzz here. Okay, so how do I see the future development of Africamer? Taking into account that Africamer is a business, as such needs a stable income, either or both, advertising revenue, funding for cameras. Africamers have, on the whole, this includes many that have made apparently empty promises in the past. I think we're talking about the history of Africamer. They've been very reluctant to make kind of donations or put efforts towards the new cams and advanced technology. Well, I mean, I think the question is that I don't blame the Africamers for their point of view, because to be quite honest, if you guys are sick and tired of empty promises from Africamer, that's why I took over Africamer. It's purely on that basis, because enough was enough. Africamer is a great product. It has great support through our community, but for some other reason, I don't know why, I think largely on an emotional point of view, because we were the first, it's just been abused. And I think at the same time, though, that I also feel that we have possibly also kind of stepped into a situation where we, for example, Elephant Plains, where we have been under the impression that we could have, the camera's there, it's live. There are some, like the moderators, Charlie, that have actually seen the live Elephant Plains feed. It's been up since June, I think May, June. The problem is it's infrastructure. What we're doing is a first. The infrastructure in South Africa, our national carrier, are pulling out all the stops. It's a high-level project, both for ourselves, our neighbours, Wildcam. We're both in the same area. We both have the same problems with capacity, and that's really just the reason. we're working with these people. They're also trying hard. It's not that they're not necessarily delivering, but it's quite complicated, and it's yeah, okay, great. So I'm getting buzzes. Yeah, so I think it takes time, these things, and I think that's what you've learned, hey John?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm used to more commercial projects where there's a lot of money on it and so forth, and we have to deliver very quickly. And but that's in the middle of Johannesburg. Even there, it's a challenge. But even myself coming into the African project, I mean, I came with a bit of gung ho. Even I could even possibly say that the slow wheels of bureaucracy and infrastructure rollout is certainly something that we're slave to.
Yeah.
And then, over and above that, we've got other issues. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's a good 8-hour drive from Johannesburg to here. So when we do come out here, we have to plan meticulously. We have to get a lot of people involved, and we rely on a lot of people to support us, like when we're out here.
Yeah.
So
like Nkorho.
Yeah, Nkorho, yeah, absolutely.
Does a great job.
But they're always there. They're always there. They will never move.
We can phone Carl in the middle of the night. We won't be giving out her number.
Yeah. Let's have an auction for Colin's number.
That's a great idea. So, Colin, I've got, and Gabby, I've got a question here. We've all heard of the big five, but we must not forget about the little five. Are any of them around Nkorho?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah. We
Who are the little five? Yeah.
got the Rhino beetles, which are always by our houses with my mats and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got the elephant tree. The elephant tree.
And they're so sweet, aren't they?
Yeah, I've never actually seen one here.
I've seen about two, I think, but they're absolutely adorable.
What are they?
Tiny elephant tree. And they've got little prehensile.
Yes.
Just testing everything. Think, think as they go around. There's actually one here that's got a prehensile tail. It's a boreal, climbs trees. What else? Rhino beetle, elephant shoe, buffalo weaver. Well, I see that. The buffalo weavers are breeding like mad. I've just heard chicks calling in the camp today.
We've got a tree that is full.
I see them. I hear squawking from sunrise to sunset. In fact, I think I can probably hear them in the background. Leopard tortoise. We saw leopard tortoise yesterday, I think. In fact, on drive. We saw leopard tortoise.
What's a leopard tortoise? Is it like a smaller version, or?
No, it's just a
tortoise. Yeah, the markings are very...
but it's a very common form.
Never change my own spots.
Well, they keep growing. They get quite big. And what have we forgotten?
Lion.
Antlion. There's lots of antlions. Antlion, yes, I suppose for those of you who don't know what the antlion is, an antlion is an insect that in its nymph stage forms a cone-shaped crater in the sand. And I think one of the Star Wars movies one of the scenes of the Star Wars movies was inspired by the antlion. Was where there's this long pit, and I remember them. They had this almost, this spaceship sitting on the side of it, and they used to throw people off into this pit, and this long limb would come up and grab them and pull them in. As horrific as it sounds, that's exactly what an antlion does, and it catches ants. And then from its nymph stage, it changes into the most beautiful lace-wing, looks like a dragonfly, but it's called a lace-wing, and they're absolutely beautiful. Come out at night, and they're extremely delicate. It's like a delicate version of a dragonfly, I suppose. So that's the small five. So yes, you do have all of those around your little five.